So, um, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and run this little thing right here. You see this bit here? I decided to just grab a little image about Walmart and Switch 2. Want to know why? Well, that's on a different tab, and I'm going to go take care of that right now if this thing won't get out of the way like it's supposed to. Apparently, my chat's malfunctioning, and I don't even know why. But, nonetheless, let's go ahead and do this thing, shall we? I'm assuming this is recording. It should be. It's got the red dot as if it is recording. But yeah, the chat didn't light. But anyways, let's go ahead and take care of the other thing. The real thing in the room. Take a look at this. We already know that Walmart actually went ahead and canceled pre-orders for the Switch 2. Such includes the Switch 2 bundle with Mario Kart. You know, the very thing that was the only way that you were going to get Mario Kart for basically $50 instead of the whopping $80 that, let's face it, as interesting as this Mario Kart is, should we be raising the prices of such to $80? Hell to the no. And as such, unless I really wanted to play it still, because Mario Kart's just a thing with me and has been ever since way back playing it at Sears, and then I actually rode my bike like 2 miles to the mall just to go play it some more, enough to the point that my thumb was sore and I was already a well-practiced gamer. That's saying something, even then. And so, other than I thought Double Dash's track design and lack of speed was kind of trash, I think almost every other Mario Kart definitely had something to bring to the table. Hell, even Double Dash brought the idea of, hey, maybe we should have more than just one item at any one time. Made sense, and that was kept without, the whole flip around thing. Hell, I didn't even mind if there was 2 people on a cart, even though physically it doesn't make as much sense. We're still doing that. But the track design was just crap. But maybe that's just me. More to the focus, Mario Kart, me, lifetime legacy. At least since my 90s years. Granted, I was playing games since 1984. But yeah, I still wanted to go through that, and a lot of you may not realize it, but my time on this earth is very finite. Um, the doctors aren't going to say it, but with the level of nerve damage and other problems I have, and I can only do so much, the only way I can actually lose weight really is to basically not eat and kind of starve it off. I can move around a little bit, but not enough to really successfully deal with the kind of chemicals and stuff in food today. But nonetheless, I still was probably going to see about dipping into money that I had aside because I knew this day was coming. And it was also for the fact that, well, my OG Nintendo Switch has a battery problem, and when I took it to this one place to get it worked on, I got ripped off, and unfortunately that ate $150 that I'm never going to get back. And, well, I might take it out of that company's ass one way or the other, but that's a whole other thing. I'll probably have another video about that someday if I feel like pursuing it. But I have only so much time left, so I wanted to play Mario Kart, and well, Nintendo apparently had people in a queue, and they said that they were going to prioritize people who have a significant amount of hours on their online service and accounts that are over a year old. Well, my account happens to be the lifelong amount of the Switch 1, because, by the way, it's actually technically longer because then I attached my account from the Wii U over into that. And if I didn't, well, maybe it's because I just didn't want to give up both things in case something went wrong. I'm very untrusting of companies, even Nintendo. And, well, we see why. Companies change. Companies do what they do. They make mistakes. And a little more and more of them are just looking about growth into an unsustainable model that you're always going to get more and more and more and more and more. And there's just not room for that in reality. So, that being said, look at this paper, which is not a paper, it's a page on a web. Walmart said that they had to cancel abundance of pre-orders, and I can't remember the exact reason why, but here's the thing. They still have them. And now they're selling them at $999 just for this bundle. Now, I went looking up and down like, okay, well, maybe that's with one of these checked up. Maybe it's a warranty thing. No, these are unchecked. That would be a plus. These are not here. So, to basically make sure Let's say we wanted a 4-year plan, right? And then hit it to add to the cart. Oh, now it's unable to add to the cart, but it was very much before. They're probably already checking on some things, but, or maybe they just don't want that plan. I don't know. But they were very much able to add to the cart. There were still several left, but then I got things ready. But here's the thing. Look at this. $999. Now, if that's not price gouging a situation, I don't know what is. This is very troubling, but it also makes for a very good fucking story, because this is the reality. This is not Photoshop unless I'm really good at some kind of magical AI art that I can scroll this up and down. This is what I knew was going to change. This is what I knew was going to change. Look at that. Even that slides down and confirms. They tried to charge $999. I'm not even going to say the word try. Let's say they did charge $999 for Switch 2 bundles that were still here. Now, I can't remember the number exactly what was left, but I know that there was more than one, right? And it said that there's this amount left, so you better buy this now, basically. All the more FOMO factor. At this price tag. And that's not factoring any warranties in. I thought, okay, well, maybe they're putting more in the bundle. Let's take a look, shall we? No, just the Joy-Con grips that come with it. This is all the stuff that comes with a standard Switch 2 Mario Kart bundle. That's the price they were charging, and people did indeed pay it, apparently. I guess I can't confirm that. But this is the reality, folks. You people who reserved a Switch 2 from Walmart and basically put it up on the internet, which has also made several other videos by this time, that were mad about how they canceled your pre-order, you should be extra mad, because they literally canceled your pre-order just so they could hold them back, FOMO people, for a higher price tag, and sold it for not only the $500 that you were about to pay, but double the price tag. $999, not including tax, not including a plan. That is what they did. Think about that. All you should be so cross right now that you pre-ordered, got canceled, and some of you probably actually went back and then paid this price. Just wow. The levels of fanaticism, of chasing the almighty dollar. It's like, hey, guess what? Walmart's like, we're going to fight you scalpers. Man, we can't fight them. What do? We'll become scalpers ourselves. That is what Walmart has done. They have become their own scalpers. So I just wanted to share that. I'm going to wrap this up before I loop over what I'm going to say again and be done with it. Because I think a lot of people at this point are very much done with the Switch 2, at least for right now. Are they going to pay the even original price that was asking? I highly doubt it. So there's always somebody. But is it going to be the way that's hoped? I'm going to say probably not. This has been the controversy of 2025 and probably will continue to be so. And I think some major companies like Sony, Nintendo, Activision, I think a bunch of companies are going to basically get their back shots thrown on them and then shown to throw it off in front of what was once a Macy's window, but in front of the Walmart window, about how they're just going to get spanked by people who are going to start dropping their networks, causing corruptions, causing data leaks. It's going to be a wild ride this year, and we're only 6 days into the month of June. So you've still got July and August to witness the explosions of festivities that will be the summer, and what people have to say about this, and then further what happens before the fiscal year's end, and what's going to be said about Nintendo. I'm really looking forward to it. So anyways, that's how it is. They want to, shaft the people that they were, going to buy from them, Walmart, just as Nintendo is going to, price gouge because they know that they could get away with it, and well, a bunch of people proven right. Hell, even I was probably going to be one of those people that, to a degree, was going to prove them right because I don't have much time left. I probably have 5 years. I want to play the games that I want to play while I still have any kind of money to any kind of afford any of it. Because when I run out, that's it. I'm probably done because I can't afford any of this. The state of New Jersey has still decided that I am not bad enough to be considered any kind of troubled or disabled. Yet all the companies I've tried to apply for, even ones that sought me out, then looked over and somehow got a hold of that information that I have these problems, and then dictated to me what my condition must mean, and that I couldn't do the job. So if that's the case, then how is the state also to say the other thing? Just like how my insurance company, done through the state by the way, dictated by the state, was also able to say, oh, well, we're going to get rid of your testing tabs as a thing included because they're over the counter, which makes no sense, by the way, because so is Tylenol, and you can still get a prescription for Tylenol. And then it got to the point where that got beaten back, so the insurance company just stopped clearing things instead of saying anything, even though it was argued and fought and won that they should be supplying these tabs. This is the corruption we live here with the United States of America, with the insurance companies, mega corporations. Now you could say Nintendo, oh, but they're Japanese. Let's face it, folks, the biggest numbers in the United States. Look at Sony. Sony is supposedly a Japanese company. Oh, why did their PlayStation offices magically move over to somewhere? Oh, I don't know, in the United States as their main front of operations? Well, they're basically a United States company now. You're going to go ahead and try and prove me wrong, and by all means, throw that in the comments section. Hell, I think you can even do links down there these days. I'm not going to stop you. Have a conversation. But yeah, probably not. I'm a little bit of a nobody channel. I get that. I probably will continue to be a nobody channel. But this is for me to be able to share with people. That'll probably be picked up by somebody channels, and they're going to discuss it after the fact. And that's probably what we really need at this point. However, if you do want to donate to me, hey, I could use an income again. I haven't had one in like 5 years. So feel free to, like, I don't know, throw me some Steam points, because that's really what I have left in life. I'm going to play a few games that my arms and hands still allow me to play a little bit, even that was compromised still a little bit, but it was very bad years ago. But I've struggled past it because nerves do somewhat heal. So those of you who are in a similar bit, hang on tight, because there is a way to heal it. A lot of B vitamins, though. A lot of B vitamins. I'm going to say that right now. But for the focus, now you know. This is what Walmart has done to you. They pulled off pre-orders just so they could sell a number for double the price. And the proof is here. Look at the scroll. Did you see the scroll? Let me do the scroll again. See that scroll? That's not AI art, boys. Look at this link. You see this link? That's the Walmart link. That's not me making a website or anything like that. There's no conspiracy here on my part other than the conspiracy on Walmart's part to get you to pay double for a thing that just launched because they canceled your pre-order so they could cash in extra on that. So, enjoy. But as always, thanks for tuning in. Remember, keep your stick on the ice. Maybe keep your stick on the companies too, because they're willing to put it to between your cheeks. Maybe you should swat back. Just saying. Now, don't call any kind of police thing. I don't mean that kind of swat. Don't do that. Don't do that at all. But those of you who might want to, like, go to the store and speak your mind, last time I checked, that's not illegal, and at least until they ask you to leave, even for just walking by. You know, kind of like ShopRite apparently decided to tell a guy who was stretching out their back on a bench, guess what, here's the cops, and the cops are going to do it for us, ask you to leave because we think you're a bum. Wow. Just wow. This is your country now. And I'm not even going to say, oh, it's because Orange Man, or oh, it's because the Dems. They're playing you against each other too. You have become a chess game for them, and you have fought their proxy wars for them because this is what they get off on, and none of this price thing is going to bother them because they can fight their legal battles and still come out on top with the money they got from you in the first place to pay for them. just as these Dems and Repubs, there's no third party in there. And if there is, they both work together to make sure that they don't have a chance. This is how it is, folks. The only justice is the justice that you're willing to indeed raise up, talk about, and then we'll let the people who are all the more bold with the power of the keyboard and coding to exact your revenge for you. Or a crazy wild Italian named Luigi, and I'm not talking about the Mario Brothers, but I'm not going to encourage that either. In fact, I have to legally obligate to say, don't do that. It's kind of excessive. But, you know, let's face it, people are going to remember that lad. People painted pictures of him as a St. Mary. All right, I'm wrapping up now. Okay.